Who do you think will win the Living Tribunal or the Antimonitor? The Living Tribunal is a transcendent, non-physical entity that possesses immense power. To interact with entities in the physical world, it uses a human-like fractal form, originating from the dimension of manifestation. Since the beginning of the universe, the Living Tribunal has been one of the first manifestations, playing the ultimate role in establishing and maintaining law and order across the entire multiverse. Its existence is not only a symbol of absolute justice, but also a testament to the balance and stability that the universe needs to function. The Living Tribunal is present simultaneously on every infinite plane of existence, acting not only as a supreme judge but also as an absolute overseer, ensuring that any potential imbalance of power within the universe is prevented. Although the Antimonitor is considered a formidable entity when it comes to strength and intelligence, it is no match for the Living Tribunal. In particular, when the Antimonitor's achievements are put into perspective, it clearly lacks the power necessary to confront the Living Tribunal, let alone defeat it. Simply challenging the very concept of the Tribunal is beyond its capabilities. The planet Oa is known as a peaceful land, inhabited by inhabitants with godlike appearances and powers. Krona, one of the planet's most prominent individuals, devoted all his time, intelligence, and effort to creating a device capable of displaying the origins of the universe in its earliest moments. However, this experiment led to an unintended disaster. The resulting explosion not only created an antimatter universe, but also triggered a universe duplication phenomenon, opening up countless new realities. These realities did not exist in isolation, but gradually merged, forming a vast multiverse structure, completely changing the nature of existence and creating a chain of unpredictable effects on the cosmic order. The antimatter universe was born along with a planet called Quord, which played a similar role to the planet Oa in the positive matter universe. From Quord's barren and lifeless moon, an entity called the Anti-Overseer emerged. This entity grew in power over time, taking control of Quord and his entire antimatter universe. With boundless ambition, the Anti-Overseer began to plan to conquer the positive matter universe, his opposite. He mobilized a mighty army of thunder and dark demons to carry out this intention. However, despite his efforts, the results were the opposite. For the remaining 9 billion years, the plan did not bring any results, leaving a mark of failure on his ambitious journey. In one of the infinite realities, a scientist named Pariah used his antimatter chamber to break down the barriers between universes so he could study and observe their origins, and in doing so he thought he had created a chain reaction that led to the destruction of his universe, but in reality it was from the manipulation of the Antimonitor that the Pariah's antimatter chamber turned into energy and used it to cause a wave of antimatter that destroyed the Pariah's positive matter universe and even collected more energy from its destruction to free the Antimonitor from his dormant state. The destruction of the Pariah universe was simply because matter cannot coexist with antimatter, which resulted in total annihilation in their collision, so there really wasn't any raw power going on here. The Antimonitor then slowly realized an important fact. Every time a positive matter universe is destroyed by waves of antimatter, the antimatter universe itself expands and occupies the space that once belonged to the positive universes before their collapse. This expansion is not merely a physical process, but is also accompanied by a significant increase in the power and influence of the antimatter world. As a result, the Antimonitor, by absorbing the energy from the expansion of the antimatter world, becomes increasingly powerful. This change not only strengthens his position, but also creates a cycle of escalating power, increasing the threat he poses. After destroying countless universes to consolidate his power, the Antimonitor turns to a more ambitious plan to build an antimatter cannon powerful enough to destroy the 5 remaining universes, which are protected by a system of towers erected by the Monitor. He had just escaped a confrontation with Supergirl, who fought him fiercely in the battle with the League, causing his armor to be destroyed. However, it is worth mentioning that despite the tremendous power that Antimonitor has, he can never reach the invincibility of the Living Tribunal. Even in his weakest state or at the height of his power, the Living Tribunal will never succumb or collapse as Antimonitor may have hoped. You remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon and turn on notifications to see the earliest videos. Thank you very much. Returning to the antimatter cannon he had so painstakingly built, Antimonitor faced failure when the power source for this destructive weapon was completely destroyed by the Flash. This forced him to make a bold move, absorb all the energy from the 1 million antimatter worlds he controlled. With his newfound power, Antimonitor decided to make a radical move, traveling back to the origin of time. There, he plotted to reshape the structure of the multiverse, not only to correct his previous failures, but also to remake all of reality in his own image and will, in order to achieve absolute domination. Remember, the changes that occurred at the origin of time were clearly described in the source material and implied that they could be used to rewrite the structure of the multiverse. This is what Antimonitor sought to exploit when he realized that the available energy was not enough to recreate the multiverse from the present. Despite absorbing antimatter energy from 1 million worlds, he still did not have the power needed to carry out this ambitious plan. Therefore, Antimonitor decided to focus on exploiting the primordial changes at the dawn of time, where the laws of reality were still flexible, to reshape the entire multiverse to his own will. Right at the beginning of time, he patiently waited for the appearance of Earth's heroes, whom he considered a source of great power that could supplement his own. His plan was to absorb their energy, increasing his power to complete the reshaping of the multiverse to his own will. He intended to use all the enormous energy he had accumulated from destroying previous worlds. It was this power that allowed him to break the barriers of creation, surpassing the limits of reality to travel back in time, back to the beginning of time. After succeeding in his plan with the heroes, he absorbed their life force and attempted to use it to change the course of history by destroying positive matter so that only antimatter could prevail in the multiverse. This forced the mages to channel their magic through the Phantom, the Wrath of the Presence, who used it to fight the Antimonitor and eventually stop the Antimonitor's alteration of time, creating the multiverse as a result. The Living Tribunal, whether in its original form or in the form of Adam Warlock, far surpassed anything the Antimonitor had ever achieved. When Korvac absorbed the immortal energy of the 6 most highly evolved beings in the universe, it became a colossal threat. While the Living Tribunal could not directly stop Korvac in conventional ways, its power was still enough to make a decisive move. The Tribunal sealed Korvac's entire reality, completely isolating him from the rest of the multiverse. Here in this way, not only Korvac but any being in that reality was trapped forever, unable to escape or interfere with the structure of the multiverse, clearly demonstrating the Living Tribunal's superior power in protecting the ultimate balance. There was a being known as the Destroyer, a machine designed with power far surpassing that of the Antimonitor, whose sole purpose was to protect the universe from the ravages of entropy and inevitable destructive force. However, after a while, the being abandoned its original mission and reverted to its darker instincts, beginning to consume entire galaxies and worlds as it passed through. The Destroyer's destructive actions eventually attracted the attention of the Living Tribunal, and in a decisive move, the Tribunal sealed the being within the Earth, imprisoning it for all eternity. The Tribunal demonstrated the ability to deactivate the Cosmic Infinity Stones, something Thanos had done to demonstrate his superior power. Thanos used the power of the stones to completely usurp control of the manifestation of the universe, turning it into an instrument of his own will. However, while Thanos demonstrated absolute dominance for a moment, the Tribunal possessed even greater power, able to control not only the forces of the universe, but also transcendent beings and the abstract councils of the multiverse. The Tribunal existed not only as a symbol of absolute power, but as the only force capable of controlling or eliminating threats. Unless the Antimonitor begins to emit or exert multiverse cosmic energy that trades at a similar energy level as the manifestations of the superiors who participated in the court, otherwise he absolutely cannot defeat the living judge of the multiverse, because after his death, this judge has indicated that such destruction caused by the superiors to his being and concept will not happen anytime soon. What do you think about this fight? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.